Hello my dear students, in this class we are going to discuss some examples on Gauss elimination method, and Gauss elimination method is nothing but what? It is a method used to solve a linear system of equations. So without any delay, let's get started. So this is the first example that we are going to discuss, and if I am not wrong, this example we have already seen before, and we already know the solution of this example, but still we are going to solve it now with the help of Gauss elimination method. So as discussed earlier, first of all, whatever the system is given, we write it in a matrix form. So the matrix form, the above system can be written in matrix form as, now once you write it in matrix form, the next step is to find the rank of A and the rank of augmented matrix. Now the question is how to find it. Now some of you may think that we will find the rank of A separately and rank of augmented matrix separately. No, that is not the case. So we will find both the ranks in combined way only. So we need not do separate calculations for that, and I will show you how. So for that we will consider the augmented matrix directly. So I will say consider our augmented matrix is nothing but, in this case, this is equal to, now our job is to reduce this matrix to echelon form. So don't worry about this line, you just forget that line is absent here. You consider this matrix as a matrix of order 2 by 3, 2 rows 3 columns, and try to convert it in echelon form. So what we are waiting for? Let us begin. Now in order to convert this matrix in echelon form, as I told you before, we will shift all the 0 rows to the bottom, but they are not there. So we will try to circle the leading coefficients. In this case the leading coefficients are 2 and 1. Now we will try to make the leading coefficient of the first row to be 1, as it is 2 over there. So that can be done easily by swapping the rows, because this entry in the second row is already 1. So we will perform R12. So by performing R12, our matrix will be equivalent to, now whatever matrix we are getting here, don't write equal to sign, that is completely wrong. Okay, you should write this sign. This sign indicates that these two matrices are equivalent, and we have already seen what equivalent matrices is. So two matrices are said to be equivalent if one is obtained from other by performing some elementary row operations, and that is exactly what we are doing here, because we are performing a elementary row operation on this matrix. So whatever matrix we get here, it is an equivalent matrix, it is not equal. So after interchanging first and second row, I will get this matrix. Now with the help of this entry 1, we are going to make all the entries below it to be 0. So operation that we are going to perform is, now once we perform the operation, again we will circle the leading coefficients, and we can see that our second condition of echelon form is also satisfied, because the leading coefficient of the second row is on the right hand side of this leading coefficient. Thus it is in echelon form, so we can write down the rank. Therefore rank of A in this case is. Now the question is how to see what is the rank of A and rank of augmented matrix. Now the notation of augmented matrix, if you see properly, this is nothing but augmented matrix, right? So this is nothing but matrix A before line, and after line is nothing but our matrix B, and this total matrix is called as the augmented matrix. So in order to get the rank of matrix A, just focus on this matrix before the line and just see the number of leading coefficients there. Now in this case the number of leading coefficients on this side of the matrix is 2, so rank of A is 2. Now in order to see the rank of the augmented matrix, you see this complete matrix. Now over here again the leading coefficients are 2, so rank of the augmented matrix is also 2. So, both are equal in this case. So, this system is going to have a solution. Now, the question is unique solution or infinite solution, that depends. So, whether these ranks are equal to number of unknowns or less than number of unknowns. So, if you see this system, in this system our value of m is 2, that is number of equations are 2, and value of n is also 2, which are number of unknowns. So, thus this rank is equal to number of unknowns, and therefore, system has unique solution. Now, the question is how to find this solution. Now, in order to find the solution, just focus on this matrix which is important to us. Now, by using this matrix we are going to get one equivalent system. We will get one system actually, and that system will be equivalent to this given system. Which one? This one. And whatever system I am going to write now, that will be very easy to solve. So, initially this is our system 2x plus y is equal to 1 and x plus y is equal to 2. Now, observe the process, how we have written this in matrix form and how we have written the augmented matrix. Now, the same process we have to do in a reverse way in order to write a system by using this matrix. So, this coefficients are the coefficients of the x and y variables, and this 2 indicates what? It is a value on the right hand side of the equation. So, let us write then. So, I will say the equivalent system, simply equivalent system. Okay. So, equivalent system to given system is, and what it is, x plus y is equal to 2. This we have obtained from the first row of the matrix, and since this entry is 0, so the coefficient of x is 0. So, since this entry is minus 1, so the coefficient of y is minus 1. So, I will have minus y will be equal to minus 3. Now, you can see that it is much easier to solve. So, this second equation will directly give us the value of y, that is 3. Now, we will use this value in this equation to get the value of x. So, therefore, x plus 3 will be equal to 2, and therefore, x will be equal to minus 1. So, we got the solution of the system. So, therefore, I will say minus 1 comma 3 is a solution, is the solution of the, okay, and this exactly solution we obtained in the second lecture itself, which I will show you. As you can see, minus 1 3, this was obtained by doing algebraic calculations, and this is by echelon form, sorry, by Gauss elimination method. Now, you will say that sir, it took a lot of time to solve it. Yes, time taken is more than the algebraic method, but that is the case because number of equations and number of unknowns are less, means there are only 2. As the number of equations and number of unknowns increases, that algebraic method becomes really difficult, and which we have already observed in the case of number of unknowns to be 3 and number of equations to be 3, m is equal to n is equal to 3. In that case, we have observed that it becomes little bit difficult, but the process for that will be same now. So, we are going to solve the same example now by using Gauss elimination method here. Now, since you have already observed the process, now first of all I will write this system in the matrix form. Now, we are going to convert it in echelon form. First of all, we will circle the leading coefficients. Now, actually it is not necessary to circle the leading coefficients, since we are a beginner in the topic, that is why we are circling it. Once you understand this echelon form properly, then you can directly convert it to echelon form without circling the leading coefficients, and that will come by practice. So, practice is required. So, which operations I will perform then, can you guess? Now, again I will circle the leading coefficients. Now, the idea over here is to make this entry 1, and with the help of that make this entry the entries below -3 we have to make it 0, but in this case no need of making this entry as 1. Why we make the entry as 1? Just for simplification, to simplify our work. Now you can see that below over here already -3 is there, and so it's very easy in this case. Simply you subtract these two rows and you will be able to make this entry as 0. So therefore I will directly perform on R3, that is R3 minus R2. So this will be equivalent to, now once we circle the leading coefficients, we can see that it satisfies both the conditions of echelon form. Therefore the matrix is in echelon form. Now just let us try to understand what are the ranks of the matrix A and the matrix, the augmented matrix. Now in order to understand the rank of A, just see the matrix before this line and just see the leading coefficients, or you can say number of non-zero rows. So there are 3, therefore rank of A is 3. And now in order to get the rank of the augmented matrix, see this matrix as a whole. Again you can see that the number of non-zero rows are 3 only. So the rank of augmented matrix is 3. Now you might have question in your mind, rank तर कायम equal येणार rank of A आणि rank of augmented matrix. That is not the case. Let me show you. Now suppose I am having my augmented matrix somewhat like this. So just this is a rough work, so here I will do it. Suppose 1 2 3 5 0 0 6 0 0 0 0 and 7. Now if I circle the leading coefficients, now you can see that this matrix is already in echelon form, and if you see the matrix before the line, you can see that the number of non-zero rows are only 2. So therefore rank of A in this case will be 2. And if you see the matrix as a whole, you can see that the number of non-zero rows are 3, and thus the rank of augmented matrix will be 3. So there may be cases where both ranks are not equal, and if such thing happens, then we will say that our system is inconsistent. Now let us go here, let us come back to our problem, and you can see that the ranks are equal. So therefore system has unique solution. Equal, and further they are equal to what? The number of unknowns. Because in this example our value of m is 3 and value of n is also 3, and this value is important, right, to us, because we got ranks to be 3 and this value is also 3, that is the number of unknowns. So the system has unique solution. Therefore system has unique solution. And what is that? X plus y plus z is equal to 1, that we got from this first row. From the second row we will get minus 3y minus z is equal to 0, because this coefficient is 0. So over here we do not see the x variable, and the last one will be z is equal to minus 2. So now we directly got the value of z as minus 2. So use reverse substitution method and get the values of y and x. So if I put the value of z in this second equation, I will get minus 3y minus not, it will be plus, minus and minus will be plus, plus 2 will be equal to 0, and therefore our value of y will be 2 by 3. Now put this value of z and the value of y in the first equation to get the value of x, and thus what we will get? X plus 2 by 3 minus 2 will be equal to 1, and if you take the LCMs, plus 2 by 3, or I will shift that minus 2 on the right hand side, so it will be 3. Therefore x will be equal to 3 minus 2 by 3. Now if you take the LCMs, 9 minus 2 is 7, so 7 upon 3. Okay. So we got the solution. Therefore what is the solution of our system? Therefore 7. Now whether we were having the same solution, let us check it. 7 by 3, 2 by 3 and minus 2. Yeah, as you can see here, 7 by 3, 2 by 3 and minus 2. So this is how you can use a Gauss elimination method to solve the examples. In the next class we will see some more examples. So we will stop here. Thank you.